Bernadetta, please come out of your room. You've been in there for ages.
No. Sorry, not happening. I also write today to inform you that I enjoyed your story tremendously. Wow, so many compliments. And so much attention to detail. Who wrote this anyway? Whoever it is, they must be wonderful.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 19. We are coming up on 1 year since I initially uploaded that first video, episode 1, season 1. I never imagined we'd get to the point where we currently are on this channel with this community. So I want to just let everyone know thank you so much for supporting the channel, coming along for the ride, whether you were there for the beginning or came in at some point during the process. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Next week, I'll have a few more thoughts about the 1 year anniversary. But for now, let's just get into things. Here's Dark Flyer Leone and Mortal Savant Ashe finally getting ready to look as awesome as he is. There's actually not that much left in this route, so I do hope that what's remaining is interesting. We have a few paralogs that we didn't get to see in Season 1, and just a bunch of story missions to finish out the Azure Moon route. So we'll see some highlights from grinding battles like these, and all of the remaining unique missions that we can get on the Azure Moon route. There's Trilith picking up a really good level, Sylvain getting a good dodge and critical off here, as are his strengths.
I'm counting on you.
Of course, we are counting on Sylvain all the time. Here's Mortal Savant Ashe, showing that he is still just as good with his wind magic as he ever was.
Making strides.
Indeed. Though, I don't know how walking really helps you study books. Here is Annette in the red-headed archer tradition of 69 crits.
Brilliant.
And her father's really into it. That's actually a little weird, but we don't talk about that. Gilbert helping out with the sewing club, sewing that into the death quilt.
Age takes its toll.
Okay, Gilbert, we've got some things to talk about. Ashe dealing 31 out of 1 necessary damage, and Petra, his mentor at the Bridges School of Sorcery, going to get an incredible level. It looks like Ashe is also a friend you can count on. We're going to get as much experience as we possibly can from some incidental healing here. Bernadetta gets a level out of it somehow.
This will help me keep steady.
Well, I guess that's what dexterity is, so maybe. Ingrid also going for some extremely low impact healing, but getting a level out of it.
For now, I'll revel in my achievement.
Nah. Dex and speed, it's okay. I don't know about revelry. Here, some more incidental healing gets Felix a level and a class mastery.
Stronger, faster, never enough.
Well, faster, just not stronger.
This level of mastery is enough.
Wait, your level wasn't enough, but Defiant Res somehow is? And there is Happy punching out a monster and getting the Gradavis. And who's MVP but Ashe himself?
I don't know, Petra. This is really ambitious.
You're a smart one, Petra. You'll sort it out.
It is on myself to prevail.
We don't get to see a ton of B-Team Buffoonery post-time skip, so I want to try and work at least one more of these in before we get toward the end of the route. We're going to pass around some of the really powerful items that the A-Team has been hogging. So, for example, you see Squire Marianne is up front borrowing the Aegis shield as she's doing battle with that bolt axe. Of course, she misses, so it looks... Oh, she actually gets a hit in. So 44 isn't 0, as much as it might feel like that during player phase. But Marianne is going to soak up a lot of damage and somehow live. Maybe it's all because of that Aegis shield. But she's also poisoned. Now we're going to need to help her get out of this situation. These assassins are really difficult to deal with, given their massive avoid ratings. So we're going to start off with Darkflyer Leone showing off her Bolganone. She's not that great a spellcaster since she can't have a battalion, given how low her authority is and that she's in the air. We'll have Ferdinand help out with another spell. And now we have Caspar, one of the B-team breakouts, to not get a crit with that killer bow he borrowed. Linhardt, can you get us out of this situation? If you smash with the Iron Axe, well, you do a lot more than I bargained for.
Fight, then rest.
I guess he is recalling his past life from way back when.
Battle does have its benefits.
Oh, doesn't it, though? Maybe you should have that Bolt Axe. You should, Ferdinand. Think about that. Here is Dark Mage Setith. I don't know that he's gotten any... What just happened? Well, maybe that's why he hasn't gotten any screen time yet. Let's try that again. Petra, you have Ashe's Caduceus staff at the moment, and you missed too?
My understanding is complete.
Mine isn't? How did that happen? Our hit chances were 88 and 86? What am I supposed to do here? Will 83 somehow hit where those didn't? Well, no. But okay, Ingrid, sure. If Setith and Petra couldn't do it, someone that isn't even deployed is going to get the hit. Great. I'll go with it. Now everything is working out and on track. So
My understanding is complete.
mine still isn't. I don't know how the RNG played out that way, but I'm glad somebody gets it. Cyril, very underrated B-team member, goes in with some very powerful Almiran breezes to finish things off. Now we have Bernadetta and Marianne left to try and finish this off. Bernadetta borrowed Sylvain's Wodow and just eliminates the opposition. Linhardt, you are indeed correct, since that frees up Marianne to move in and intercept the next wave. She's at really low HP, but she has enough defense that it shouldn't matter. She even gets that counterattack off. That is incredible. Will let us move forward with relative impunity, since killing that shouldn't be all that hard. Go on in, Linhardt. I think a smash means you can just get the kill straight away. And you have a paralogue coming up, buddy. Okay, now we can heal up Marianne so she can move forward. There's Ferdinand getting in the heals, and then we'll reposition everybody. Of course, Brawlers can't challenge Squire Marianne. She's been training with Armor Cetus. More units moving forward. Now we have some decisions to make as to how to make this work. We'll go in with Darkflyer Leone first. She'll rain fire from the sky, which is surprisingly non-threatening to these people that have no form of protection whatsoever. Ferdinand, can you actually pick up this kill? Yes, build on those burns that Leone laid down to get the kill yourself, and get up to level 20.
I'll take all the strength I can get.
You might have wanted to get all the magic you could get. Can we just work on these mottos we all have? We have to recognize the reality of our situations. Lysithia has some of the strongest charm of this group, so she's going to go on in with that assault troop. That will simplify things with those mages. Archer Caspar can actually use the killer bow from a distance. Let's try to get at least a guarantee of some damage with this curved shot. There we go. Takes it down to 4. And now Setith should be able to do that, even with his really weak magic. There he goes. And Linhardt is going to use that passive skill that I tend to forget he has. Okay, Lysithia has precisely 1 hit point, which is basically infinite hit points when you compare it with 0. Leone could actually double this, so she's going to deal something resembling a good amount of damage. But it still has 18, so I think we're going to need another magic attack to take it down. Seteth actually needs to use 2 wind charges, but good enough.
That is all.
His weather isn't coming from any particular location, so it makes sense that the winds wouldn't be that strong. Get some healing down on Marianne, and let the enemies come to us. Brawlers moving in. That mage moving up. And then we got a second wave behind that. So this is a pretty good formation for us to get some gambit value. This will only hit 65% of the time. Is this one of those times? It is. Good job, Lysithea. Okay. I think Marianne also has some decent charm. And she has Seteth and Cyril working with her. So she is going to ram some dudes into the other dudes. Get to authority level 1. And you did indeed apply knowledge of authority, since now all of these are rattled. Bernadetta, absolute monster, taking after the lessons of Sylvain. And looks like the reckless one is you, Lysithea. We gotta pull you back at some point. Ferdinand going in with fire. It dealt literal damage. Leone, what can you accomplish? Well, you can just try to hit and then pull back. That's about as much as we can hope for. Seteth, since you're borrowing Thyrsus, you can hit whatever, but just go in to that front one that will attack Marianne. Maybe... Oh, Linhardt can finish the job because he borrowed Crusher
This feeling.
from his close friend Annette that is working with him. Of course, Annette doesn't actually have custody of it. She was borrowing it from Armor Cetus because, you know, she and her dad had some things to talk about in terms of legally giving it over to Mercy. Now we have another very gambitable formation, and Ferdinand is just the man for the job.
Exploit their weak spot.
Their weak spot is a massive blast of fire. That's what we do on this squad, and we stand by it. Petra will also have a rare opportunity to hit with a gambit, given that she has all this Black Eagle support. So Ashe will just run in and do as much violence as is necessary. Everyone is again rattled. That will simplify things pretty greatly. Leone can again get in with double fire. And now Lysithea, you know, doesn't need any more hit points. She's just going in, does not care about her physical condition. She's going to get the job done anyway. Cyril can't quite make it, so since Petra's already gone, we're going to have Cyril borrow that Caduceus staff for a second. It's pretty cool. Check it out, Cyril. And then the Almiran Breeze can reach a little further. Now, Caspar, you can hit a little harder. Where do we want you to hit? Just going with that Killer Bow. We actually do get the kill in Killer Bow.
Fun to watch.
I thought so. Thank you, Leone. I hope you all think so, too. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Here goes Seteth with some more wind. Underwhelming. But maybe as he levels up that Lester Dicer core, it'll help. Ingrid learns Fimbulveter, which I don't know that I've actually used before, so that'll be fun. Bernadetta gets in a couple of punches and does her dance routine, since we all miss Father Dedue. And there goes Marianne, once again getting a miracle with a sub 50% hit chance. Here comes Linhardt with the short axe, and Annette is saying this is taking too long. Will it end right away? No, we'll get a very strange number with that adjutant crit. Alright, Linhardt. Let's just make it as accurate as we can. 93%. Can't go wrong. What?
What?
No, really, what?
Just my luck to be born in such a dismal time.
With such a dismal RNG seed? That's not acceptable. That is not the vibe we're going for. Alright. Let's try this again. We'll minimize the risk to your person. Just use the short axe. That was a miss. But Annette is not content to miss.
How exciting.
And Linhart says it's so exciting to not get the kill himself.
I think I'm improving.
You really are. You actually have good instincts. And you're going to get paid for it, just like your buddy Trilith. And of course, he's the MVP, though maybe it should be Annette.
I have something I would like to show you. I found this in Lady Rhea's room. It seems to be a letter addressed to you.
Yes, a letter she wrote that is in her handwriting to me.
I left a treasure at the Holy Tomb. Please take it.
Yep, checks out. She wrote that.
The handwriting is a mess.
Well, given that there's a note that Rhea totally wrote about me
Something is
taking this
wrong.
treasure.
Do not let your guard down.
Listen, nothing's wrong. We already talked about the note. Everything was fine.
And some are giving commands. Remove them from the battlefield immediately.
What's the plan?
Alright, well, to remove them immediately, we have to get to them first, Gilbert. So, in that effort, Sylvain will just immediately start carving a path. He got that Wodow back from Bernadetta.
I sense an improvement.
It's a little banged up, but we still know how to increase our speed with our levels, so it's all good. Annette, don't use the magic bow. Let's just go for a curved shot. We don't nail the crit, so we will have to put another attack down on that. I think we'll need Trilith to come over on the left side here. Just point the pointy stick at somebody and make them die, as is his usual. Ashe can actually debut his sword fighting skills. Look at this. Doesn't even care about Fimbulveter. Just slices through the ice with that kitchen knife.
Without power, who can you protect?
And continues his Brigid training with Petra as he increases his speed and not his strength or magic. Dimitri, come on in and outrange that Bolgadone.
I'll cut through.
Looks like we get some poison damage in with the Thunder. Now, Sir Felix can just use his standard military weaponry and take it out, thanks to Dimitri weakening it. Ashe did have to get hit by Fimbulveter, and while it is a pretty warm outfit that he's in, he did take some damage. We get Defiant Magic coming down on Ingrid. We get those robots walking around before a brawler comes at Sylvain and regrets its life choices, but not so much that it dies. It has some more time to think about it. Ashe taking a couple brutal hits there before counterattacking.
Mechanical beasts. Locate their puppet masters and eliminate them.
The puppet masters or the mechanical beasts? You should work on precise phrasing there, Gilbert. Okay, Annette again missing her crits. She's yet to find her footing, but here's Dad to help on out. Using that duelist's rapier that Sylvain apparently no longer needed. Here on Right Squad, we're going to start things off with a Nosferatu from Happy. Before we have Ingrid show off that Fimbulveter she learned about. Or just a Nosferatu, it's a little more accurate.
I shall not stray.
Alright, well, we'll debut that spell later. Felix is going to use a Recover on Ashe, so that Ashe can continue moving forward. Mercy will be the one that invites out the next wave of units. And of course, they don't want to fight her Blute Gang. So she'll just dodge that Gambit and let them know, you must actually attack me. Gambit coming down on Sylvain. He is not quite so lucky, but no one else was there to get hit. Bolting coming in, which can apparently get through Mercy's armor. So now we have some decisions to make. Ashe, let's see if there's beans inside these phantoms. Well, you killed it, but maybe they were just phantom beans. I don't see any.
For Bridget, I find strength to carry on.
Well, maybe you found the resilience to defend it. That would be a little more appropriate. Okay, Ingrid. Maybe now is the time for Fimbulveter to truly test how warm their clothes are. Warm enough. Huh. I honestly didn't think that would be the answer looking at their getup, but what do I know? That's why we're conducting the ongoing science. Here comes the Dark Pulse, and they're weak enough to that. Heal coming down on Armor Cetus, since bolting is no joke. And now we're back to left squad. We have to help Sylvain out. Here's Seteth. Doing not a whole lot, but Trilith isn't accomplishing a ton more, so who can blame him, really?
There is still more to learn.
I think you could have been saying that for the whole run there, Trilith. We have Squire Marianne here to clean up everyone else's mess. And she gets to level 24.
I feel a little stronger.
You actually are. You and Linhardt really know what's going on mechanically. So Sylvain is just going to wait here after getting rallied by Gilbert. The robot's still just kind of meandering about. And I am not quite sure what drives a lot of these enemy units' decision-making, but we got a bolting coming down, and an Abraxas that results in a miss war from the mages before Dimitri finally hits with the Dark Pulse. Annette gets hit, doesn't appreciate it, and immediately kills the aggressor. And some mages and bow knights running in random directions. Ashe, you once again have the opportunity to slice things up. Let's not allow a counterattack.
I must steel myself.
And just chop, chop, chop. Sylvain, looks like you will have to allow the possibility of a counterattack. No, you will not.
Until we meet again.
You kill them straight away, they can't hit you.
Thank you.
Since Trilith has that trusty chalice on him, we'll just have Annette rally him up so he can get some good counterattacks off, hopefully. I don't understand the movement pattern on these robots. That might come up.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Trilith actually getting a 69 crit. So he must have learned something about combat at some point over the course of these seasons. There goes Ingrid, once again, testing the warmth of various outfits. Mage robes, very cozy, it turns out. Alright, we'll reposition everyone here. Trilith is going to once again try to get some counterattacks off. Ashe is going to use his distance advantage to try and blow these robes off, but he is not quite successful, but perhaps he's taken off enough layers that the blizzard can do it. Yes, indeed. Good job, Ingrid. Now we need to heal up Mercedes as she's soaking up as many bolting shots as she possibly can.
Maybe this will help me keep steady.
I can almost guarantee you it will not, Bernadetta, but, you know, it's a good goal. Can't criticize you for that. all of these mages coming over to the left side before that Bow Knight and Sniper just 180? I really don't get it. Here comes a Bow Knight at Trilith. Not really regretting its life choices that much. Another bolting coming down on Armor Cetus. I'm hoping we can just run him out of boltings by healing up Armor Cetus every turn. More Bow Knights coming down, the mages coming down, the sniper going to the right again for reasons I don't understand. We'll use a recover on Annette so she can move forward a little bit. We can have Sylvain go forward with the Levin sword. If he maintains that distance, it'll be really hard for them to hit him. Two good shots going down there, and he can back up. And then Trilith can go in with just fire, heal up a tiny bit, and then pull back. Okay, with right squad, we don't want to get hit by everything under the sun, so we need to be careful about how we position ourselves. Going with a blizzard here, remembering, of course, that mage robes are very warm. And Ashe, we're pretty confident, can withstand that Bow Knight, since he's very dodgy. We'll put Cutting Gale out to cut these mage robes open and reveal the beans within. Then do some healing and repositioning for the enemy phase. Bolting coming down on Felix. Not ideal. Okay, Bow Knight's coming this way. 0% chance to hit Ashe. You do not mess with him, but he's out of spells. Great dodge there from Marianne. Can't dodge them all. Does she get poison struck? She does. Unfortunate. Okay, then. We've got some healing to do to make sure nobody just kind of dies from bolting. So we'll put Felix in that corner that's not threatened by that bolting mage. Send in Sylvain with the Wodow. We don't nail a crit, which is a little frustrating for my plans. Okay. To actually kill this with a lot of consistency, we have to use a charge of Aradthar. Trilith, you'll need to just pull back as much as you can. Well, not quite as much as you can, just to a point where you can run back after the enemy advances. Everyone else, reposition. Now, Ashe, just blow this sniper away from melee range.
Still here.
Since its resilience was much worse than its defense. Ingrid, move in here. Looks like the Bow Knight uniform isn't all that warm. And isn't all that accurate. You can't see through all the ice and snow.
Who's next?
Always a perpetual risk.
As I expected.
I'm glad you have confidence in Ingrid, Ashe. I think that kind of support really helps between the two of you. Here we go with a Dark Pulse from Dimitri. That Poison Strike should make it easy to take down. What can you do, Happy? Can you punch it to death? Yes, you can. We love to see it.
Dead.
A huge mess going on left crew. And we even have more boltings coming down. So Seteth is now on the chopping block. Or bolting block, I guess? What would you call that? Now I just wish we had the gambits we needed to deal with that group. We'll see what we can do. We're going to have Seteth just take an elixir from the convoy and use that. And, Trilith, do you have a good enough gambit to make this work? Keep Aradthar out. Throw that assault troop down. Okay. A lot less danger now, but not none. Annette, if you can eliminate that mage, that'll help Trilot out. Good enough?
I'm sorry.
Not great, but good enough. Sylvain, what can we have you do? Probably just stay safe as possible against this vantage hit. Great dodge. Curved shot is enough to take down that sniper. And now, since Seteth got that fresh elixir out of the convoy, Sir Felix can take that and heal himself up as well. We put a lot of our healers over on right crew. Oh, Seteth actually got a dodge. Didn't matter. Okay, we get hit by Abraxas, but we double with Arthar.
Another victory.
So, it is indeed another victory, and we get Seal Resistance. Okay. Gambit coming down. We successfully are on to our own tactics and avoid blowing up in the blaze of fire. Oh, looks like we forgot about the anti-magic armor and had wind equipped. That's no good.
Child!
Looks like Gilbert is doing some dipping and dodging, but can't keep it up forever, and is now in pretty bad shape. More enemy priests tempting fate, and just getting absolutely shreked. Okay, Ashe, you can get us started since you had that little heal animation to start the turn off. Use that kitchen knife just to serve some fresh bolting mage. New special in the dining hall.
I will not misplace my heart.
But you will misplace all your stats other than speed and charm. Annette, now would be a good time to actually crit with something. Let's try this killer bow. Just having an off day when you're actually deployed, huh?
I'm starting to get it.
Maybe we should have just deployed Linhart to get those crits out of you. Okay, Gilbert, help your daughter out. Win that duel with the rapier. Now we can start moving forward again. Sylvain go in with the Wodow. He can get the crits. Why can't you, Annette?
Brilliant.
I'll cut.
Ooh, Gilbert, that's cold. Praising him and not your own daughter. Come on. Felix going in with Nosferatu. Now he is in pretty good health. And Squire Marianne is going to come for that commander and take it out. Gets a ton of XP out of it.
One down. Target the remaining commanders.
I didn't really need that reminder, Gilbert, but, you know, if it makes you feel better about your role in the squad. Pointy stick goes into a person. Still an effective method.
Thank you.
Get a heal down on Ashe. And continue moving forward to do battle with the robot. Looks like it is going to just unleash the beast on Ingrid, but she's fine. So, looks like the beast wasn't that dangerous. Let's get things started with Gambit out of Happy, which is effective. No, it isn't. Never mind. I guess Happy gets to join the My Plan is Flawless club. Going to have to spend the other assault troop out of Trilith. Crack some of these barriers so we can actually hit it.
This situation is dire.
It's weak to axes. That's interesting because Ingrid carries a trusty little hand axe. So let's chop down a barrier. She doubles because she's just that quick. And Dimitri also has a short axe that he picked up for hunting by daybreak, so he can chop down that other barrier.
I've improved.
Not at axing, but in general, yes. Now, Ashe doesn't have an axe, so he's going to have to just try and go in with his butter knife.
a big help.
And we'll have to find some other way to deal that final blow. Sylvain can actually accomplish it with a curved shot off the mini bow. And he's going to probably get hit. But given that the monster will not attack him, I think he'll be okay. Alright, good. It's down. We get a ton of mithril, which is in short supply. Now, we'll have Mercy borrow that short axe so she can get a hit in, and of course it's a crit, because our Mercedes always exceeds expectations.
This is making sense.
Isn't it, though? That robot running away for some reason.
This situation is dire.
Now, Ingrid, let's get you to a safe distance before attacking, and have you figure out whether robots work correctly under cold conditions. Looks like they don't. They're just like your car on a winter morning.
I'll comply.
Now, here comes Dimitri. He's borrowing Crusher, so I'm not sure what kind of attack that is, but we're going to go for the double with Thunder anyway. And... Huh?
What?
2%?
For a monster like me.
2%? You're telling me that this is 1/7 of the odds that Dorothea had to die? Come on! Alright, we'll try to reset the RNG seed. We'll go in with Felix, who has a 0% crit chance against him.
Be careful.
And yes, indeed, apparently we have to be careful of those minuscule probabilities. Let's try Thundershock again. And now we get absolute 100% meme victory. Taking it down to 12 HP. Never mind, 3. And Sylvain, no, indeed you will not die here. You will send that sewing needle straight into it and have it die. Discombobulate all of its gears. Happy getting in a big heal.
I'm in control.
And getting some very useful skills in combat arts.
You're a big help.
A little bit of first aid coming in from Sylvain. So, looks like Ashe is going to not be getting hit by anything. Looks like those ranges are lies on these robots. I truly don't understand what their movement pattern is supposed to be. More heals coming down as we reposition. Happy gets to level 33.
Oh, heck yeah.
That combination of stats isn't really something to, oh, heck yeah, over. Maybe revise our standards and expectations a little. Just healing and repositioning as we try to figure out what is actually happening with these robots.
Well done.
Okay, finally they did something that I anticipated. But unluckily, that was hitting Sylvain. So that robot just running away again. Alright, fine. We're good with taking on one at a time. We'll have Mercedes get the Blue Gong out before using Wave Attack. And now it should be pretty simple to take down the rest of these barriers. We just have to hit with whatever weapons we can. So fire away with an mini bow. Get to level 35.
I can't stop now.
Well, maybe you could start getting more useful stats. Okay, we have the sewing needle launcher out of Gilbert. 2 damage is more than enough to break down barriers. Now we can poke down the last one with Felix's tree branch. Oh! Bernie coming in with that Devil Sword to deal some actual extra damage. Get more Mithril out of the deal, and now it is vulnerable to magic, so Squire Marianne can come in with her version of Thundershock. Man,
stronger.
look at her go. I am looking forward to the Golden Deer season now. And Dimitri just needs a single Dark Pulse to hit. Oh, should have used Thunder. That would have been another 69 crit. Oh well. Dark Pulse got the job done and gets that Poison Strike in. Now, Sylvain, come on in. We need 1 crit out of you, buddy. There it goes. 1 more health bar left. Sedith, you're not about to take it out, but just show us your best Cutting Gale. There you go. Double-digit damage. Excellent. We're so proud of you.
Thanks.
Heal coming down for Gilbert. Just more heals over here. We have had to take a lot of hits. Ashe inviting this sniper out to get blown away. But it is still alive, so we're going to have to spend somebody's action to finish it off. More units going in seemingly random directions. Let's have Annette try to get some serious damage done over here. Let's use a Hunter's Volley.
You ready?
So 1 crit, 2 crits, and it's at 5. That means, Sedith, you can actually kill something. All right. He'll huff and he'll puff and he'll blow your robot down.
Had I room to grow?
Yes. Yes, you did.
Thanks.
We'll get a recover down on Sylvain. And it looks like we'll be spending Ashe's action just to cut it up with that butter knife.
I'm still here.
And we'll start repositioning Trilith and Ingrid to interact with the rest of the crew. Okay, Gambit coming down on Armor Cetus, her only weakness. I think we actually have Restore on someone now, so that shouldn't be too debilitating. Lance of Light coming down on Ingrid, but she has pretty high resilience, so she's okay. And the other commander units starting to move. So our objectives now are to kill the commanders, but also, before that, to break down the barriers on that remaining robot so we can harvest all the mithril. So let's see what progress we can make. 0 crits coming out of Annette. Still an off day. Okay, we have 1 remaining wave attack. We'll use it to rattle both of these Phantom Generals. 1 goes down right away and gets Armor Cetus to level 35.
This is for everyone's good.
It truly is. Look at that. Amazing. Now, Ashe actually has Battleground Cleanup since he wants to boost Strength and Magic right now. So that'll help a lot in our Mithril Harvesting mission. So with those barriers opened, we should be able to target that vulnerable square with the Magic Gambit and break down the other barriers too. Does it work that way? Indeed it does. Excellent. So we got all the mithril that we could. Now we just need to kill off these commanders. So if we can get a little bit lucky... Well, we could have killed it with the Wodow, but now we can get the guarantee. And if we kill the other commander, it doesn't matter that Sylvain is leaving himself so vulnerable. So, Sedith, contribute. Good job. You get a participation trophy, which is upgrading that battalion. Now, Marianne can make us proud a little bit here. Gets that crest activation. And now, of course, the Wrecking Ball Gilbert can come in and steal the glory of finishing this mission off. Going in with the Rapier, winning the duel.
Maybe I'm not a total waste.
We'll talk about that later.
It seems all is safe. Let's find Lady Rhea's treasure quickly. Here. So this is Lady Rhea's treasure.
What is?
Huh?
And of course, it's a Sassilvane.
Whatever the truth, still, this treasure has been recovered.
Yeah, I don't actually need it. Thanks for watching this episode of Failure Emblem. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video so that I can keep making this content. If you have any suggestions or thoughts on the future of this run or anything else about the channel, please let me know in the comments or on Twitter at @FailureEmblem. Thank you.